Without delay, the individual in question here is David Sloan, a former member of O Block. David Sloan made a crucial decision to testify and cooperate. During his testimony, he revealed details about Moab, C murder, identifying C's brother, Los, along with mentioning Lil Durk, King Von, Chief Keef, and O Block's alliances, specifically with Lamron. He stated Durk's association with Lamron, categorized Durk as a BD, among other revelations. Additionally, he disclosed information about O Block's leaders, referencing the deceased T-Roy and Big A, as well as BJ, Muna Duke, E-Dog, and Glyke. Furthermore, he shed light on O Block's internal workings, mentioning how they paid dues and received violations. He even detailed his own violation, recounting an incident where E-Dog punched him in the mouth for fighting an individual connected to them while in jail, constituting a violation. He also described specific violations such as 15 to 30 seconds and pumpkin head, indicating that these practices, including the latter, might still be ongoing. It's crucial to note that David Sloan, once an O Block member, is no longer associated with the group. The reason behind his decision to testify is rooted in a personal predicament. He was caught possessing a firearm loaded with a 30-round clip. Faced with this situation, he chose to betray his former companions, offering all the necessary information to authorities. In his testimony, he divulged every aspect related to O Block, shedding light on their alliances, intricate details, and even their adversaries. He openly admitted that during his time in O Block, he felt like an outsider and had to establish his credibility by proving himself. To demonstrate his loyalty within O Block ranks, he confessed to engaging in violent actions. He claimed to have shot individuals, specifically mentioning targeting STL. Importantly, he currently holds immunity, meaning that any information he reveals in court cannot be used against him. This immunity gives him the freedom to disclose everything he knows without fear of legal consequences. Consequently, this individual has been forthcoming about critical details, despite concerns that he might face retaliation. However, it's noteworthy that despite his cooperation, he remains deeply apprehensive. During his court appearances, he displayed signs of intense fear. Witnesses noted his apparent terror, particularly his inability to look at anyone directly. Even in the courtroom, where he was expected to identify individuals, he couldn't bring himself to face them. His fear was so palpable that some legal representatives questioned his ability to accurately identify anyone if he couldn't make eye contact. This fear has also led to concerns about potential retaliation, considering O Block's history of such actions. He's visibly frightened, yet despite his fear, he manages to identify the individuals he's naming without directly looking at them. There have been objections raised concerning his identification methods. However, there's a pivotal distinction drawn between this individual and someone like Trench News, who was previously highlighted as the star witness. Trench News might possess information acquired directly from the primary source, likely Kenny Mack or a similarly central figure, considering his ability to know and relay information the following day. This ability to access immediate information from the source bolsters his credibility as a significant witness. Contrarily, the individual in question holds a more pivotal role in the case. He is essentially constructing the foundation of the case itself. Interestingly, there's a significant buzz on social media discussing Trench's news, despite the fact that nobody has confirmed his appearance in court. Instead, the focus has been on this particular individual who is divulging comprehensive details about O Block. It's striking to note the frequency of mentions of Lil Durk in this individual's testimonies. What's occurring in the courtroom is the creation of an intricate network of affiliations. There's mention of wiretapping or recording conversations, where even Melly's name emerged in the discussions. Lil Durk's name surfaces recurrently in this individual's statements during the court proceedings. This unfolding scenario seems to imply a more extensive investigation reaching beyond the case of FBG Duck. It suggests that there are informants and witnesses with comprehensive knowledge, slowly piecing together critical information. The culmination of information from just a few of these individuals could potentially be game-changing. It's striking that amidst all the witnesses involved in these gangs and their confrontations, there are 2 to 3 individuals emerging as the most credible sources among them. It appears that this individual is indeed disclosing every detail. It's crucial to recognize that the individuals present in the courtroom aren't solely comprised of family members supporting either Duck's or O'Block's families. There are other attendees who might not have direct familial connections, but could potentially be relaying crucial information outside the courtroom. This particular individual, who couldn't bring himself to look any of the accused individuals in the eye during his testimony, seems to be implicating even more prominent figures like Lil Durk. He's shedding light on the affiliations, organizational structure, and various aspects connecting individuals. While Trench's news retains significance as a key witness, this individual stands out as equally critical in terms of providing substantial information for the case. There's speculation regarding the reasons behind this individual's decision to divulge such comprehensive details. Some suggest it might be due to a previous violation where he was attacked, and his subsequent anger fueled his decision to testify. The unfolding scenario has sparked discussions and debates, prompting people to express their opinions in the comments sections across various platforms. The gravity of this situation cannot be understated, as it potentially alters the entire course of the case and implicates significant personalities within the ongoing legal proceedings. It appears that O'Block is facing an insurmountable challenge, indicating that they might not be able to recover from the current situation. Ethics and moral principles take precedence in situations like this. It's crucial to emphasize that when someone in the streets faces trouble, they often try to maneuver their way out without concern for who gets harmed in the process. The reality of street life is quite different from what movies portray. In actuality, real street individuals don't typically confront detectives aggressively or act as boldly as depicted in films. I'm here to clarify these misconceptions and encourage individuals to step away from the allure of the streets and consider a conventional job, like a 9-to-5, which is a respectable choice. Now, shifting focus to the testimony of a former O'Block member against Lil Durk and Chief Keef, I personally perceive it as troubling news. While some might brush it off, claiming that warnings of impending trouble are typical blogger talk, I invite genuine conversation in the comments. I'm keen on understanding your detailed thoughts. Do you believe repercussions are imminent for Lil Durk? How long can he evade legal consequences despite his name appearing in documentation? There are murmurs suggesting Lil Durk might be cooperating or even implicating others, explaining why charges aren't sticking against him. Moreover, his brother's involvement in the FBG Duck's murder case, especially the phone call made prior to the incident, casts a shadow over Lil Durk. These circumstances, compounded with his public diss track aimed at FBG Duck, paint an unfavorable picture. In my opinion, Lil Durk should reconsider his current trajectory. It might be wise for him to distance himself from gang affiliations, including Gangster Disciples, Black Disciples, and O'Block, and take a hiatus from the scene. Prioritizing family, spending quality time with loved ones, and steering clear of street activities would be a prudent move. He has already attained financial success and stability, so there's no need for him to prove anything in that regard. The gravity of the situation is unmistakable, and it's essential for everyone to stay updated on developments. If you find this content engaging or informative, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more updates.